Do you suffer from anxiety? Does it stop you in your track? Does it ruin your quality of life and you don't know what to do about it? Well, one thing with anxiety, unfortunately, it's not going to go by its own, right? And the reason it's there, it's because you have a specific way of thinking at the moment, which can be fixed, and hopefully this technique today will help you with that. And the way of thinking is, and that happens also automatically, by the way, that's why you might not have been able to catch it and deal with it, is that you predict the worst case scenario is going to happen in the future, right? Anxiety lives in the future, guilt and shame live in the past, so anxiety didn't happen, right? And that's a really good thing about it, because you can prevent it from happening, or you can create any kind of future you want, which is not all bad, right? Which is not making you anxious. So what anxiety is, it's simply predicting the future, very, very worst case scenario, so fearful that you might even think you're gonna die or lose everything you have. And given its power, it does feel real, because in the mind it is real. Our mind does not know what's real and what's not real. So we can imagine things and they will feel real, whether they are good or bad. In this case, when you imagine bad things, they come in the form of anxiety and they make you feel bad, which is not good for you. So try this exercise just for a second. Imagine that you are in the most beautiful place you can possibly imagine on planet Earth, in the most nicest restaurant ever, with the person you love the most in your life and loves you, and you are eating this best meal cooked by the best chef in the whole wide world. And as you look down to the plate, you see plate is full of maggots. What just happened there? What you experienced was first the energy that expands, and then the energy which contracts. So our body, our mind cannot hold both energies at the same time, right? So here's what you can do about anxiety in this case. Because anxiety lives in the future and you're predicting the worst case scenario, number one is recognize that. Number two, start to visualize the best case scenario, right? Start to visualize how this thing will turn out not just the way you want it, but even better than you want it. Like, imagine anything you want to imagine, as long as it's positive. And then step number three, why stop imagining? Just ask yourself, okay, what can I do to make sure it does turn out the best? What can I do to turn out even better than I thought it could be? And then ideally, right, you would go and do something about it. You would take some of the steps as much as you can. I know some steps you can't take, but a lot of them you can. And then start to create that future, right? And then what's happening in your body and in your mind, because you're creating the energy that expands, then the energy of anxiety, which contracts, cannot be in your body. It simply cannot live there at the same time. Now, this technique works the magic, but if you still have challenges with it, then please let me know. Then you might have challenges with deep-rooted anxiety, meaning that you are not living by your values and shadow values, and therefore I need to know what they are to start live by them. Now, this is something that I can't just share in a video and show you how to do it. We have to do this one-on-one, so feel free to contact me. Well, I sincerely hope you will not have to do that. I sincerely hope this technique will help you out, but if it doesn't, feel free to contact me. Anyway, so much for this video. Hope it helps, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.